Hello, welcome back to episode 55 of our Wasteland 2 Director's Cut playthrough. Currently in Rhodia, and we're exploring underground here. What? It's locked and I'm out of wishing I'll unlock it. Well, never mind. Okay, we can't brute force it. We need a key from somewhere. Yeah, don't drink the water here. That's, recipe for worms. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't find the key to the underground. Wait, they have a traffic light?
Okay, listen.
Working
I
traffic
know
light.
everybody's worried about the sickness that's going around, but please, don't call it a plague. It's bad for morale. Thanks.
Alright. Let's go see Dante here, possum farmer. Easy, old girl. What the heck, Dante? That was our best rug. I'll get another rug. Old Emmy's life was at stake. She nearly didn't. Life? I have a life? That's a possum in our house. Come on, Beatrice. You know I was a farmer when you married me, and a farmer has to run the farm. I knew you were a rich farmer. You have people to do this crap. Beatrice, please, save it for the possums. Ah, see? They look like you. Maybe you and Virgil can raise them together. I'm out of here. Beatrice, come back. Well, she doesn't sound like she's very good for it. I'm sorry you had to see that, strangers. Well, we aren't, because that sort of plays into our plans. A lean-jawed, wind-etched older man in a cowboy hat and work clothes. He's covered in the dirt of honest work. What can I do for you? Dante Goodman's my name. The lady who left is my wife, Beatrice. Well, I suppose she had a right to be mad, but farm ways die hard in an old farmer. Looks like farming has paid off for you. It's my life's work and it's been good to me, though I'm not liking it so much now. Shouldn't have made the deal with the leather jerks. Don't care for the leather jerks? Why the mayor ever thought of hiring such men was a good idea, I'll never know. Bunch of thieving hoodlums, and that Dengler's the worst of the lot. The deal I made with him was the dumbest thing I ever done. Wish somebody'd do something about him. Why haven't you done anything? By done anything, I mean risking my life for the lives of other farmers? I ain't had the courage. Too many people been hurt already. Maybe I got something lying around that might help you do what you do best. Tell you what, you get my wife away from those jerks and out of danger, and I'll give it to you. I call it the Hayman Hot Potato. What's the Hayman Hot Potato? It's a magnesium-infused shape charge left over from when we were enlarging the crater, named after its late inventor. Thing will blow through buildings, rock, solid steel, anything. You could blast into the tower's stronghold with it. Heck, you could melt through the walls of Gecko's safe if you wanted to. You could get Beatrice to safety and it's yours. Any suggestion where we could put her? Tell you what, I've got a tool shed on my farm. You tell Beatrice I'm finally going to show her where all my fortune's hid and bring her there. I'll keep her put and give you the hot potato. And you can do what you want with the leather jerks and she'll be safe and sound. Alright. What happened between Dengler and your wife? That's what I'd like to know. She's with him more than she is with me these days. Says she's negotiating a better deal. But for who? Tell us more about Dengler. Shook his hand once. Made sure I had all my fingers when I was done. Should have done the same thing when I introduced him to my wife. Ooh, what do you think of Mayor Von Grass? Thought he was a bad mayor. Then these leather jerks came along and showed me what bad could be. Poor Sam. Alright, what's your deal with Dengler? They offered me a fortune to stop growing anything but agave so they could turn it into liquor. Really? Same deal they offered all the other farmers. I didn't want to do it, but Beatrice said it would make us rich. I wanted to make her happy, so... Well, now I'm regretting it. With everybody growing booze, making for the jerks, nobody's growing anything to eat. People are starving, getting sick. None of us have seen any money either. Dengler tells us it's all deposited in our accounts at the bank, but nobody can get any money out of there. Just bullets, and only a few of them. Ray tell us about the bank. No good Gecko started kissing Dengler's behind the minute he came to town. Things are in cahoots. Aiming to milk rodeo like a possum, I swear. Kinda gross. What sickness are you talking about? No clue what it is. Plague upon our fair city. Don't know why it's picking on the working folks. Doesn't seem fair. Your wife is very expressive. She's just a little high-strung sometimes, but I love her anyway. See her, tell her to come home. Name's Dante. Say I'm named after a guy who went through hell to get the woman he loved. Maybe I did it backwards. So you read possums. Yeah, I'm told that before the war they were much smaller and considered pests. Now they're our best livestock. We raise them for the milk and the meat. Tasty any way you slice them, that's for sure. Bruce says he used to be an item. She met Virgil. Yeah, I'm sorry how all that worked out, and I don't blame him for being mad, but I wish he wasn't so hard on Beatrice. I'm the one you should be mad at. It isn't Bee's fault I fell in love with her. Virgil says Beatrice is plotting against you with Lieutenant Dengler. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Virgil's had it out from her from the beginning. And I admit, I wonder sometimes myself. But until I see actual proof that she's turned against me, I ain't ready to shatter the dream. She's just too beautiful. Alright, I heard you might have some cat litter you could spare. Cat litter? You have cats? Great little creatures, aren't they? Catch mice and rats. And they're cute, too. I got some litter, sure, but it's hard to come by these days. If you wanted some, I think I'd have to ask a favor. What kind of favor? Well, now I got my own problems, but this plague that's been sweeping through Rhodia just hurts my soul. I love this town, can't stand to watch it die. So if you help Dr. Horchata find a cure for the plague, I'll give you some of my litter stash. What do you think of the doctor? Good man. Don't care that he swears and spits or has an eye as big as the harvest moon. Alright. So he wants us, he'll give us cat litter if we,
The deadliest flowers have the brightest hue.
Alright, he's got his bed, his house, coffee, a lot of coffee mugs. Alright, so let's get this little possum farm here. Is there a way to get in there? Can we talk to a possum, get one to follow us around? Alright, we got a distillery guard. None shall pass, huh? Ooh, we got ourselves a minefield back here. Alright, some improvised explosives. Wait. Got a grenade? Or we got a pipe bomb? Because if we got a grenade off of improvised explosives, ooh, I think we did. Because he doesn't have a pipe bomb in his inventory. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know that could give you grenades. That's a new one for me. It makes sense as you get later on in the rebar staff. Okay. Makes sense as you get later on into the game that it would give you like a more powerful reward for that ability to actually keep it as a relevant ability. Because the pipe bombs sort of fall off in their damage output when you're dealing with 300 health. Well, we can't get through that wall, even though apparently we can perceive through that wall that there's someone laying down and a second someone next to them with a safe. Let's go take the tour of the old, this guy keeps sipping from a flask, keeps in his jacket. No one sure if that word's from Lieutenant Dengler, sorry. Alright. Well, let's go talk to Lieutenant Dengler then. Also, we could get in here, well, with a little TNT, I guess. Oh, there's guards in there, never mind. I'm not trying to set them off just yet. Okay, so we could unlock that door. Come around the back here and see what we can see. Just exploring the whole area. It's some sort of tower up here, alright? The last area we get to explore is down here, and then we can check out the casino. Let's go find Lieutenant Dengler and have a little chat, shall we? 1 second, amigos. We're gonna come over here first. Take a look at this. this wall over here. I was thinking we could get in here, but maybe not. Who would have the key to the underground is the question. Second amigos. This is the boss's house. What do you want here? Heard there's work available. Alright, go on in. Talk to Lt Dengler. Boss O'Biggin is too busy to talk to the likes of you. Is O'Biggin? No time. Small fry. Lieutenant runs the day-to-day business. Biggin's too big a man to sweat the small stuff. Don't try anything in here. I don't want to have to clean your blood out of the rug later. Alright, so we got these just regular leather jerks. Let's steal all their stuff and then see if... Ooh. Kevlar vest. Now that's pretty nice. Just gonna let us take their stuff. Oh, and a free AUG. How convenient. Now that we have paid for one. Alright, we're just gonna strip them for parts. And who ended up carrying the armor? You've got 9, you've got 5, you've got 5, you've got 6, you've got 5. Alright, that makes sense that Han would have it then. Alright, let's talk to May. Bent old woman cleaning the hall. You ain't no jerks. Don't look dumb enough. What are you here for then? Here to help Rhodia. Glad to hear you say it. I miss the mayor ever so much. If you was to get rid of these rascals and bring them back safe, I ain't got much. Might be able to point you out to something nice. And I just might be able to help you out. How can you help? Well now, if you peek around through that door over there, you'll see that all of Dengler's boys hanging out in the parlor, putting their feet on the furniture and throwing chicken bones on the fireplace. But being as I'm the housekeeper, I got the keys to that door. I could lock 'em in. Then they wouldn't be able to come running if old Dengue was maybe to call for help for some reason, you see? Can't say them boys will stay locked up for long, so you best be ready to do something. Told Dengue after I lock the door. Just give me a sign when you are. Alright. Nice to be talking. Let's just say I heard some of these jerks talking about some cargo they buried near an intersection north of town. Nothing an old lady like me could use, let alone dig up. Too dangerous out there, but folks like you wouldn't be no problem at all. Bring the bear back to me, kick these fools out of my house, I'll give you the name of the cross street, cross my heart. Don't think much of the jerks. They live up to their name, that's for sure, breaking the plates, leaving their mess everywhere, killing folks in the backyard. Ain't civilized. I've been Mayor Van Grass's housekeeper for 20 years and never had to clean up no dead bodies. Makes me sick. Alright, so when we're ready to fight
Thank you for letting us into
Dengler and O'Biggin. You crazy girl, yep.
Oh no, I'm just a mutant.
You crazy. Just me. Alright. So we're coming in here. We got O'Biggin there.
Ah, the strangers I've been hearing so much about.
Strangers? Can we eat the strangers, Dengue?
No, you idiot. Will not eat the strangers. Yet.
Okay, Dengue.
Alright, so let's
Can I have more possum, Dengue?
he wants more possum. Let's have a little combo here. Cross a punk rocker and a leprechaun, this is what you would get.
You look smarter than your average jerk, and more ambitious than the townsfolk of Rhodia. Those are qualities I could use. Unless, of course, you think what we're doing here is wrong.
Alright. What do you think of the townsfolk?
They are the sheep, and we are the wolves. It's the natural order of things.
What do you think about Rodeo?
This town was as open as a hooker's legs before we saved it from the synths. All were welcome. Nobody was turned away. No tariff to get in. All the policies of that ridiculously idealistic mayor who believed that sharing Rhodia's wondrous bounty would bring civilization back to Los Angeles. Absurd. Making people pay through the nose for Rodia's wondrous bounty will bring civilization back to Los Angeles. That's how the world works.
What's the deal with the synths?
No idea what their deal is, but I'm glad they were giving Rodia a hard time. It gave us the opportunity we were looking for.
What about the mayor?
If you don't know enough to get out of the way of progress, progress will run you over. Or perhaps hang you from a tower for everyone to see what happens when you impede progress. Now he can see the casino I made of his tavern, the distillery I made of his backyard still, the money-making machine I made out of his bank.
Alright, what about the bank?
The intricacies of high finance are no doubt beyond you, but I'm very pleased with what we've done with the bank. Mr. Gecko has been a helpful and judicious partner in this enterprise.
It's like you're smart, but not smart enough to understand banking. We do
The opportunity with the
distillery.
most potential in this dreary little town, and its owner, the mayor and his lazy son, did nothing with it. I don't think they produced 20 barrels of booze in a year. I'm working on producing 20 barrels in a week. We'll be rich. Of course, it would be easier if I didn't have to deal with either of them.
What do you think about the casino?
100% profit. It's not so much a casino as a green felt abattoir. And for those who like a different sort of game, there are hookers in the back.
What do you think about them?
Another profitable scheme. The townsfolk spend both bullets and seed on my harlots, leaving them weaker in spirit as well as defense.
What about the towers?
People talk about the beauty of those towers. I don't see it. But they're very useful for making an example of someone.
Alright, what do you think about Dante?
The richest and most influential of the farmers that work the crater, and a stubborn man, but I'm working on him. He'll come around in the end.
What about the crater?
Do you know that before we took over, 90% of that farmland in that crater was devoted to fruits, vegetables, and grazing land for possums? What a waste. Now, 99% is devoted to agave plants, all of which goes directly into the distillery to be turned into booze. And from there, into money in the bank.
So much untapped potential in those fields. What were those farmers thinking? Who you calling a jerk?
I meant no insult. I'm a jerk myself, a leather jerk, though I didn't start out that way. They captured me in the mountains of Glendale. They were going to skin me and eat me, I believe, but my will was greater than theirs. I talked them out of it, then led them out of the hills with promises of gold and women and leather jackets beyond their wildest dreams. Since then, they've been mine to command.
Alright, your will.
It is a mistake to think that muscle alone wins in this world. Any one of my 3 best men, Biggin, the Greek, or Pat the Axe, could kill me with a pinch of their fingers. But, as the great warlord Gandhi once said, strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. I live that motto every day. I die if I forget it.
The great warlord Gandhi. Alright, who's the Greek?
He oversees operations at the distillery. Fairly smart, for a walking bicep, but a brutal man, and his private life does not bear examining. All I care about is that he's steady and loyal and doesn't drink. And he can kill a dozen men without breaking a sweat.
Alright, he operates the distillery, but he doesn't drink. Okay, who's Pat the Axe?
The Axe may be dumber than Biggin. It's an open question. But he's a berserker in battle, and easily kept in line with drink and whores. Just don't touch his axe. More precious to him than his manhood, it would seem.
Dante wants Beatrice back home.
Dante asked you to bring her home? Why didn't you ask her if she wants to go? She's a grown woman. She can make up her own mind.
Do you have any cat litter?
Cat litter? Oh, of course. You're impatient to get to Hollywood before the winter winds clear the radiation belt. Well, how you spend your free time is your concern, but we have no cat litter. You're welcome to what you find in town, but I don't know of any. Perhaps the ugly doctor.
Alright, so we can say you're doing the right thing for these people. Can we? Oh, it's not gonna let us quick save. All right. Let's see what happens. All right.
Spoken like a true pragmatist. Very good. Perhaps we can work together. So let's come to terms. I want your muscle and your brains. What do you want? Money? Power? Something else?
We can't say something else. That's interesting. All right, we're in it for power.
A dangerous thing for an underling to want. One always has to watch one's back around such men. Still, there's a lot of room for advancement here in Rodea before you start challenging me or O'Biggin. All right. Are you ready to work?
All right, what do you think about O'Biggin?
A
I like
potent
to talk
symbol
with
of
my
our
fist,
strength
Dengler.
and dominance.
Hello, fist.
As long as he talks with
Hello,
his
big
fists
gun.
and not his
How
mouth.
are you today?
You see what I mean?
All right, the timing on that is talking over each other. All right, what do you want us to do?
Right. Good. First assignment. Just to see how you do with simple instructions. We've convinced almost all the farmers to convert their fields to agave plants, but there are still a few holdouts. One is a woman named Jess, who still wants to grow broccoli or some such garbage. This kind of uncivic behavior cannot be tolerated. I want you to sell these agave cuttings to Jess for 40 bullets and convince her to start planting by any means necessary. Then bring me back what she paid. And if you don't succeed, don't bother coming back.
Okay.
Do well with Jess, and I'll know you're ready for bigger things.
What are you doing? If you're working for that varmint, then I ain't working for you.
What?
I quit.
Oh no.
I just saw these guys over at Dante's.
Did you, my dear?
Oh no. Well,
Well,
that's
I'm
not.
glad they know the way. They may be returning there soon.
That's not. We're gonna have to go through that conversation real quick again. We did not want to actually start working for him. Old Pistol Pete there did not like us. Talk to him. Okay, so Beatrice comes around. Alright,
You look
so
smarter than your average
you
jerk.
got
You're richest and most
Dante,
influential.
Beatrice,
Dante,
Cat Letter, Jerk,
I meant no insult.
Townsfolk,
This
Rhodia,
town was as open.
Creator,
It is a
Wills,
mistake.
and
No, if
Smear,
you don't,
Greek,
he oversees
Pat the Axe,
Axe.
Tower,
People talk,
Casino,
hunt, the
Distillery,
opportunity, the
Bank.
intricate, another profitable scheme.
What you're doing here is
An
wrong.
idealist, then. Well, that's too bad. I can't use idealists. This town was full of idealists, and look where it got them. Trying to live in peace and harmony? They were asking for it. Oh well. If you give up on your ideals, come back, and we'll talk again.
Alright, so does Beatrice come in now? Yeah, there's Beatrice. Okay.
Hey, I just saw these guys over at Dante's.
Did you, my dear? Good to know. Well, they were just leaving.
Denji, don't like me talking to strangers. Denji, don't like me talking to strangers.
Big God.
What do you
hungry.
think of this one, Denji?
Okay.
Oh, it's fine, babe. Fine.
So how are we gonna...
Big gun, like the no clothes on one. Best.
Okay. Let's, not tell him wrong or not wrong. We'll just leave. And see... Because we don't want to lose Pistol Pete. We'll just go
You look
through
smart. Cat litter.
the conversation
The richest and most
again.
Dante asked you to. I meant no insult. They're
Townsfolk,
the sheep.
Rhodia,
This town-
Creator,
It
Will,
is a
Sense,
no.
Mayor,
If you
Greek,
don't,
Pat.
the people.
Yeah, so
The
fast.
opportunity with another profitable scheme. Thanks for dropping in. Bye now.
Okay, so she still comes in. You say wrong or not wrong. Alright. So you haven't chosen one way or the other
Hey,
yet.
Did you, my?
Alright. We
Denji,
talk.
don't like me talking
Okay,
to
so
strangers.
how are we gonna convince her
What do you think of this one, Denji?
to get out?
Oh, it's
Hmm.
That's
fine, babe.
the mayor's
Fine.
house. But that damn jackanapes lives there now.
Alright, so we've got one last area to take a look at we've got a few different things we can do here. Mostly involving... Alright, so that's the towers. Which we could sneak into. But I think we'll take a visit to the old casino first. Spare some bullets. Oh yeah, we'd sorry, I thought you were big room with gambling tables.
Welcome, strangers.
Alright, who we got here? Ulrich Kill. Behind the bar, beneath a mop of graying hair, the round face of a born bartender smiles at you, then looks uneasily at the leather jerks.
Here to drink, or do you want some of that nastiness those leather jerks are selling in my back room?
Got any cat litter?
Ah, you're looking for rad soup makings, right? Well, I haven't got any, but some of the farmers keep cats. Ask old Dante, he might have some. And Dr. Horchata, too. He treats the occasional case of radiation poisoning.
Alright, what kind of nastiness are they selling?
They got games of chance that got no chance to them, and whores that are even a worse bet. And the jerks tell me they're helping me bring in customers by providing entertainment. Ha! Nobody wants what these thugs are selling.
Alright, what's with all the leather?
It's like a fetish with them. I hear their favorite leather is made from the people they kill.
That's
They
gross.
don't make a pair of sandals out of our poor old mayor.
What do you think about the jerks?
That damn fool of a mayor hired him to save our town from some synths. Now we need saving from them. Their leaders, O'Biggin and his lieutenant, Dengler, decided that keeping the peace meant keeping a piece of every damn thing he could get his hands on. And they sure act like they own my place, I'll tell you that for free. Installed that big fella with an axe over there as the bouncer. They never pay for a drink, scare all my customers away, make me pay sky-high prices for the booze from the distillery. I'm pouring shots hand over fist and not making a bullet. Somebody ought to do something.
Alright, is it worth trying the games in the casino?
I wouldn't. Those jerks cheat.
Tell us
Call
about
me
the
old-fashioned, but I like a lady
talent.
with the same number of legs and nipples as I have. Those strumpets got too many of everything for my taste.
How do you feel about the mayor?
Poor old Sam. An idiot rich boy, but nobody ever accused him of being mean. Them jerks had no cause to string him up to the towers.
Who are the synths?
Half metal, all mental. They follow that crazy guru Matthias, who's always preaching about the betterment of man. They seem to want to do it with bullets.
Biggin.
Them jerks make like he's the boss of the operation on account of he's the biggest, but he's dumber than Pat the Axe, and that's mighty dumb. It's the little guy you gotta watch for, Steve Dengler.
Who's
Just a
Dengler?
pipsqueak, but when he says jump, the jerks say how high. I'm pretty sure he's the one who ordered Mayor Von Gross strung up on account of he wouldn't play ball. Or maybe he's just plain mean.
Who's the big fella?
That's Pat the Axe. Mean old bastard. Not much for talking, but he sure likes to drink.
What is this,
It's
distillery?
the big building near the crater. Jerks crawling all over it these days. Can't say as I'm happy about the state of affairs, but what am I gonna do? I wouldn't have anything to sell without that place.
Alright, what's with all the bullets?
That's the other crazy thing. Since the jerks came, the bank has made bullets the only legal tender. Guess it makes things more peaceful, but it's harder to spend your money anywhere else but in town.
Can you do something?
Yes, you should. Oh, you want me to help? Sorry, stranger. I'm a coward. No good at all in a fight. But, well, I could maybe slip old Pat the Axe here a Mickey if you wanted me to. Could take him out of the game.
What is a Mickey?
Yeah, a Mickey Finn. A time-honored practice among dishonorable bartenders. Sadly, I ain't got no makings. But if you were gonna start something with the jerks, and you wanted to even the odds a bit, you could get me some chlorohydrate from the clinic. A little of that in Pat's tequila, and he wouldn't wake up until it was all over.
Alright. Tell us about the bank.
Old Gecko is a tightwad. Only way he'll loan you a bullet is if he sees how it'll make him 10 more. And if you're using that bullet to mug somebody, all the better in his book. I hate bankers.
Tell us about the crater.
Life would be a damn sight worse in Rhodia if we didn't have that crater. Best soil for miles around, and that makes for the best farming. Unfortunately, seems like it was too much of a temptation for them jerks. They had to have it for themselves. Now the farmers are just slaves and everybody's starving. Even old Dante is feeling the pinch.
Who's Dante?
Dante's got the biggest farm in Rhodia. Owns ground on every circle of the crater. Should be happy, but he's in hell. That wife of his, Beatrice, been tearing hunks out of him since they got hitched. Don't know how he puts up with her. Beauty only goes so far in my book. And now, of course, the jerks want him to farm agave like everybody else.
People are
Well,
starving.
the leather jerks just want to make money, so they told everyone to stop growing anything but agave, and they're using that to make tequila. You sure as hell can get a drink in this town, but you can't feed your kids. I'm guessing that's what's making everybody sick.
Alright, what's agave?
A kind of spiky plant. Can't eat it. Only thing it's good for is making tequila. Squeeze the juice out of it, ferment it, and presto, tequila. Pretty much the only thing we grow here in Rhodia these days. Used to be the mayor owned a little plot of agave, and his distillery turned it into a little tequila. Kinda how he got to be the mayor, actually. Gave away free booze on election day. Now the jerks have hung his ass from the towers, and they're making everybody grow agave and running the still night and day. Charging double, too, I might add. Fucking me from both ends, the rats.
Alright, what can you tell us about the towers?
They've been here since forever. Once upon a time, somebody tried to pull them down with a crane. The crane broke. Nope, not even them A-bombs could take them down. Those towers will be here long after you and I are dead, stranger. Shame about all the
sickness
farmers
going
coming
around.
down with something that none of the townies are catching. I don't give a damn about farmers except that they come in to drink. If they're staying home
Alright,
feeling
town effort
they had a
radio. We've heard all
hooked
this.
up
I'm
to
gonna
the
start going a little
towers, kept us
faster through it.
connected to the rest of the world, but the jerks
Virgil could
smashed
fix
it.
radio.
He's our
Dr.
local
Chata.
sawbones. Funny looking fella. Virgil was the guy who
Virgil.
kept our radio running. Regular customer of mine ever
Alright,
since.
we'd like a drink.
That's what I like to hear. We got tequila or tequila, but only if you can pay. I got enough freeloaders around here already.
Not much of a selection.
Blame the leather jerks for that. That's how they want it. Only crop we got in the fields is agave. Only drink we got in the bar is tequila. If I tried to sell you anything they didn't make, they'd kill me.
Alright, we can pay.
Great. What'll it be?
We'll take 2 bottles of tequila, please.
Anything
We
else
didn't
you
have
need?
to pay for
See
bullets.
you around, strangers.
Interesting.
Bring some of those knockout drops with you next time.
Okay, so we need
Hey, Cliff, you staying safe?
a casino thug.
Yep. Fine folks, too.
Pat the
They'll
axe.
get the job done. You'll see.
Alright. We talk to Pat the axe. He's sleeping, okay.
No, Bunny, don't go.
We got a gambler. 9 mil. It's not gonna buy enough gracious feed. Let him choose a man's caliber. Pick up 30-06. Alright, so they're having a little roulette or something. Oh, he just shot him. Oh man. Alright. Play the slot machine for 10 scrap. We lost 10 scrap. Alright. Yep. Lost 10 scrap. Alright. Examine. Alright, okay. Where is... Alright, toy robot. Let's get it. Alright, quick save, see if we can do this without upsetting any of the thugs. We got 50-45 ammo. Alright. We got 50-30-06 ammo. And 50-38 ammo. Okay. That's a decent amount of stuff we're not gonna use a lot of. Okay, get this back to her. She is temporarily out of service. Okay, so
Shameful. This used to be
we
a
broke
dance
them.
hall.
Alright, let's
Who the hell would be stupid enough to play that? Nice guns, though.
play, you lose. Alright, so we got 150 bullets. Yeah, numerous valleys, and there's a goat. Fill of magic, 20 bullets, I'll take care of you like you've never been taken before. Alright, no thanks. Got rent to pay. Fill of magic. From the Explorer, no thanks. We get Johnny Two Fingers. No thanks. Alright, it's a good way to get a venereal disease. Use up some of your antibiotics. Let's talk to the goat. Ooh, 45% chance for a critical failure. Okay, I don't think so.
You see money here. I smell death.
Used to be a nice place.
Oh, there's
Welcome back, strangers.
toaster? Oh, nice. Okay. Let's try and see whatever's in there. Come on, Giuseppe. Oh, well, okay. I have a feeling we'll be needing that later. Yeah, so we gotta head back over to the doctor's place. Get some drugs for one of the see if we can ask him. Worker at the bar said you might have some chlorohydrate. He needs help with some household pests. Huh, by which you mean he needs it to take out the leather jerks. An admirable plan if that's what you really want it for. Tell you what, you help me and I'll think about helping you. Do yourself a favor, give it to this is helping you. How much easier it will be to help these people if we get rid of the jerks. Well, you've got a point. Always having to patch up them and the people they hurt is making the rest of my job twice as hard. Alright, you get a deal. Take the chloral, but when you're finished with the jerks, please come back and help me find a microscope. It's all pointless without that. Alright. So.
There is wisdom behind his sharp tongue.
So, who got the chlorohydrate? Did it say here? No. Go ahead and hand that to... Oh, really? A half a pound puts you over? Alright, throw all the bullets over there. Who's this guy? Jerky isn't wearing any pants. Can we... Wait, what else did you get? Alright, just drop that over there too while you're at it. 9mm ammo? Why do you have 9mm ammo? Alright. I'm gonna quick save. Oh. We can't do anything for him. Okay. So that's gonna take out one of Dengler's helpers. But the other helper is... Wait, this is the bank. Gotta find a key to... the, what's it called? The underground. And we need to take out the other helpers as well. Alright, but we're going to do all that next time. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.